What's up guys, back for another Honkai Star video. In this video we're going to talk about what characters got buffed with the new relic sets. So really quickly we're going to go over the relic sets just so you guys know what they do, and then we will go over to the tier list I made. I'm going to be honest with you, I kind of had to reach for some of these because some of the relic sets don't seem too particularly useful for most characters, but there are some uses, so I thought I'd explain them. First off, let's go over the new relic sets before we go over the planar ornaments. First one is the Iron Cavalry against the Scourge. The 2-piece increases your break effect by 16%. Then the 4-piece, if the warrior's break effect is 150% or higher, ignores 10% of the enemy's target's defense when dealing break damage to them. Then, when the warrior's break effect is 250% or higher, the super break damage they deal to enemy targets additionally ignores 15% of the target's defense. This means that if a unit cannot do super break damage, they can't get the second part of the 4-piece passive, so that's a bit rough, meaning only Firefly and a unit that has Harmony MC on the team will be able to use this. So Boot Hill, bit rough, not gonna lie. And then the Wind Soaring Valorious, yep, increases your attack by 12%. Then the 4th piece increases the warrior's crit rate by 6%. When the warrior uses a follow-up attack, increases the damage dealt by their ultimate by 36%, lasting for 1 turn. Yeah, we'll get to that later. Then the planar ornament sets, which are down here, let me scroll, are going to be the Duran 2-piece. Obviously, there's only 2 pieces to these sets. When an ally uses a follow-up attack, the warrior receives 1 stack of merit, stacking to 5 times. Every stack of merit increases damage dealt by the warrior's follow-up attacks by 5%. When there are 5 stacks, additionally increases the warrior's crit damage by 25%. Meaning that if you have follow-up attack allies, they just have to attack 5 times the follow-up attack, and then you're good to go. That will also increases your follow-up attack damage by 25% when you have max stats, so that's also pretty nice. Forge increases the warrior's speed by 6%, and then when the warrior hits an enemy target with fire weakness, the warrior's break effect increases by 40%, lasting for 1 turn. Now this one seems kind of yikes, but I feel like there's a couple niche cases that this could be really good. Right now, let's go over to the tier list real quick. So first off, Firefly is going to be using both the Iron Cavalry and the Forge set. They're pretty much made for her. Like, just say she's your favorite child, Starl. Just say it, bro. Two new relic sets just for her. Well, sorry, 1 relic set, 1 planar ornament just for her. Bit funny. Then we have Boot Hill, because Boot Hill can use the Iron Cavalry if he has the Harmony MC on the team, since you would still be able to do Super Break that way. I excluded the other break units like Jouer and them just because I feel like you're kind of reaching. Plus, Boot Hill has a very easy access to getting all that break damage off with his light cone, because you're going to have to hit a lot of numbers. Obviously, you can still get them if you use Ron May or have good rolls, but I just wanted to put Boot Hill here because I know Jouer can use the Quantum set pretty well. Then for Su Sheng, I believe, I forgot what relic set she is, but it wasn't the break effect one. I just used them for my showcase because that's what I was showcasing, right? So you can put them there, but I really just wanted to put Boot Hill here because realistically, you're probably just going to be running the Phantom. Is it Phantom Thief? Am I thinking of it right? Is it actually called Phantom Thief, or is like Persona like get to me? Thief of the Shooting Meteor. Persona brand, even though I'm not a Persona fan. So put him here just because you can use it, but you would have to bring home the MC. Then the Duran, which is a follow-up attack one. This one's a bit iffy. So you could put both of them here. It really depends on what you need. If you need the crit rate from Self-Stato, obviously that's going to be more important. If it's a rather short fight, the Self-Stato is going to be better because you don't have to stack up. Obviously, you need follow-up attack teammates. So if Ratio is on like a free-to-play team with like Pela, and you don't have Topaz or Adventurine or any other follow-up characters, it's useless. So there's also that to consider. But the crit damage is kind of nice. I might farm this for my Ratio just because I have Adventurine to use with him. But we'll have to see. And then obviously Adventurine, if you're running him as a DPS, can be pretty good, but that's only if you're running him as a DPS. Most of the time you're running him as a shielder, so this really won't apply to him. Then last but not least, we have Ruan Mei and the Harmony MC and Niche for Forge. Now hear me out. I feel like most people won't do this. I might farm up a set just to try this out. Ruan Mei can be ran really fast or really slow. Harmony MC wants to be ran really fast, right? Now Forge increases your speed by 6% just off rip. Then, when the wearer hits enemy target with fire weakness, you get a 40% boost to your break effect, right? Obviously, Ruan Mei will hit a cap, but the Harmony MC, right, does not have a cap to how much break effect they can give to allies. So, in a sense, you could use both these units to get the speed buff from it, and then if you pair them with Firefly, who implants fire weakness, or you're just using them against fire enemies, you would get a 40% boost to break effect when you attack. Now, obviously with Ruan Mei, you're going to get turns where you have to use her skill, so you don't get it. So this is like less niche for her because she can't use it as well as Harmony MC. But the Harmony MC who wants to be paired with Firefly will always be attacking in some sort. And as you can see, it says when the wearer hits enemy targets with fire weakness, right? I will double check when this comes out just to make sure it works like this. But it doesn't say they have to, be fire themselves to activate this. So in theory, you would normal attack or skill depending on whatever you're going to use, and as long as it hits the enemy that's weak to fire, the Harmony MC would get a 40% break effect boost, which would boost their damage output, obviously, if they break a target that turn, and would also boost how much break effect you're giving to all your allies, because I believe it is the E4 where depending on how much break effect you have, you give it to your allies. So this could be like a sleeper build. It gives you speed and it gives you a 40% break effect. Obviously it has to compete with Talia, which it's giving you 36%, which it's only a 4% increase, but the fact that it's a 4% increase and gives you 6 speed, I feel like it could be like a niche pick, right? It's obviously going to be something like well, I almost said Pen and Connie. What is the set called? I'm blanking. Vonomak, there we go. It's kind of like Vonomak, where you're going to use it in niche situations to maybe clear a cycle earlier, but it had some use, so like I had to put it on the list, I guess, because I'm going to be honest with you, the relics of this update aren't too crazy. The only set in stone you should definitely farm these for this character is literally just Firefly. If you have the 4-piece thief set, just keep that on Boot Hill. If you have the Celsato set farmed for these two, just keep that, right? If you have good substats, like if you rolled like a godly like crit rate, crit damage, speed, it all went into crit damage and like one crit rate like Celsato piece, just keep that, bro. Just keep that. Do not waste all your time farming a new set that isn't going to be that much of a crazy increase. It's really just Firefly update, which is really unfortunate because I always like having new relics, even if they aren't a direct upgrade, just that allow a different playstyle. I'm not a huge fan of a unit dropping and then instantly be like, yeah, if you want 20% more damage, you're gonna have to farm this new one. But if it was something, right? If it was like a cool thing where it's like, Forge is a good example. Forge is a great example of you don't need to upgrade it, but there are some cool uses you can use with it. It's pretty limiting, unfortunately, but it is a step in the right direction, and it does suck how basically no one's going to use it. But that's pretty much going to be it for the video, guys. Let me know in the comments which sets you're farming, if you're going to put them on certain characters, if you're farming them just for Firefly, or are you farming them for any other characters. Let me know in the comments, and of course, don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll catch y'all in the next Honkai Star Home video.